This week, what's wrong with retirement planning? We're going to be exploring the shortcomings of traditional financial planning and retirement income planning and what two experts have to say.
Click on the banner above to learn more about our sponsor, Fairway Independent Mortgage.
Welcome back. It's easy to cast stones, but to be fair, retirement income planning, while common, is perhaps one of the most challenging services that's provided by financial professionals today. And when you consider the unknowns of retirement and how to plan out income so it lasts them through a lifetime, the words of one historian do come to mind. It's like looking at the Palace of Versailles through keyholes. We can see certain things quite clearly. Other things begin to blur at the edges of the keyhole view, and then there are entire floors and wings of the palace that we cannot see. Now that we've put that to rest, let's consider the comments of XY Planning Network co-founder Michael Kitces. This in a July 21st Think Advisor column. He says current industry tools for retirement planning are not very good. And one shortcoming in the planning software that he notes is the lack of planning to adjust from two spouses to one lone survivor based on longevity. And beyond survivorship and longevity is another question. That is, what about assets and income? No one goes broke in retirement because they always have Social Security, but retirement plans only view assets as income, not income as assets. That said David Blanchett. Now, he is the head of retirement research for Morningstar's Investment Management Group. And while Blanchett's remarks are accurate, they're also somewhat ironic because there is one key asset that is most likely ignored for income calculations. Kitces says this: another retirement asset that one can tap into is the equity in one's home. And he explains that retirees can either sell and downsize or enter into a reverse mortgage to access that asset. And one way that housing wealth can be incorporated into a financial plan is its inclusion in financial planning software, at least for the professional. And speaking of the growth of the reverse mortgage industry, or the lack thereof, in a recent interview, that in Reverse Mortgage Daily, Chris Mayer, he is the CEO of Longbridge Financial, says, "For our industry to hit the level of credibility we would like, we need the participation of larger financial institutions." And he added, "The fact that traditional financial service firms and retirement planning firms have not yet included home equity and reverse mortgages into the software that they use to help their people at or near retirement, I don't think that's the fault of our industry per se." While it is true that most financial planning software does overlook home equity as an asset or even as a means of cash flow distribution, that is beginning to change. I personally called and spoke with one fee-based financial planner in Northern California to get his take, and he said this: today, cash flow-based programs do have the ability to include home equity, and the reverse mortgage tool is appearing in more software. One platform, eMoney, can model out a reverse mortgage scenario as part of a retirement income plan. And he also added there are generally two types of financial planning software platforms. One is goal-based, I want to have this much saved and then work backwards. And then the other is cash flow-based, that is more complex, and you can actually model out a reverse mortgage in that program, even though it's not specifically built. Now, financial advisors that want to do that in a cash flow-based projection or software program will need to actually call for some assistance, but with some manual manipulation and an advanced user behind the keyboard, it can be done. Now, back to Chris Mayer, he confirmed this statement: "We have not succeeded in bringing them into this market," speaking of financial advisors. Reverse mortgages are not yet integrated into a single mainstream software platform in an easy, usable way, not in some obscure place in the background. That brings us to the ultimate software, people. The benefits of building a strong relationship with your local financial professional cannot be overstated. And some of them may actually be pleasantly surprised. If they run a hypothetical scenario, they can use your reverse mortgage proposal and plug those numbers into their cash flow analysis for 10-year payments, periodic withdrawals from a line of credit, or even the elimination of the mortgage payments themselves. Asking your local advisor to take the reverse mortgage numbers transforms it from merely an esoteric concept into a tangible financial benefit in some circumstances. While we are presently experiencing a heck and refinance boom, our industry's true long-term growth, it lies behind the walls of misunderstanding and inattention to housing wealth. It may not be low-hanging fruit, but it's certainly a campaign worthy of our combined efforts. Now, what are your thoughts? You can leave your comments in the comment section below. Also, you can share this video by using the social media links on this page. And if you're on YouTube, just click on the subscribe button right above this video frame. That way you never miss an upcoming episode. And today, yes, our latest podcast episode is available on Heckam World and iTunes, so be sure you don't miss that. You can listen to it while you're on the road or exercising. We'll see you next Monday.